After 11 long years, we finally got a new trailer for a brand new Mario Kart World. And to put it bluntly, this game looks absolutely insane. From the insane variety of characters to the interconnected tracks in one big world, we have so much to unpack from this trailer. So in this video, we're gonna take a deep dive into everything we learned about Mario Kart World from the trailer and what followed right after. So with that said, without further ado, let's start giving her, bud. We're gonna break down the following topics in this video: the characters, the vehicles, the tracks in the world map, the currently confirmed game modes, the items, the new techniques, and more coming your way. Starting off the show, let's talk about the characters. We got confirmation of several iconic characters appearing in the game, such as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bonefish. Wait, what? Okay, let's take a step back. The characters making their debut in Mario Kart World are some of the most insane choices I've ever seen. I mean, Pokey? Cataquack? Bidybud? A f***ing cow? Let me just say it, I think these characters are an incredible addition to this game. We can see all throughout the trailer how much personality is in this game compared to its predecessors, and adding such ridiculous new characters into the game really adds to that. But we also got some really cool new characters that you'd probably predict before all those other ridiculous new characters. These characters include Hammer Bro, Charge and Chuck, Nabbit, Spike, Monty Mole, Pianta, and Goomba. Yes, I know some of these characters debuted in Mario Kart Tour, but that game isn't real. Come on now. So we're gonna say they're new characters. As for all the insane new characters, we got Moo Moo, Pokey, Bidybud, Penguin, Sidestepper, or just the Crab, Snowman, Cataquack, Fishbone, Dolphin, Peppa, or Peepa, I don't really know how to pronounce that, Swoop, Stingbee, Rocky Wrench, Cheep Cheep, Conkdor, Piranha Plant, and Coin Coffer. Look, man, if character stats don't matter, you're gonna catch me owning Noobs Online as Coin Coffer. Don't say I didn't warn you. But all jokes aside, from just a single trailer, we got 24 brand new characters. That's pretty awesome. As for the returning characters, I think anyone could have guessed these characters to come back, so I'll just show them all here. I do think it's really cool we got confirmation on the return of Pauline, Bowser Jr., King Boo, Dry Bones, and Wiggler, as I'd say those 5 characters were the quote-unquote least likely out of these 26 characters to return in Mario Kart World. But yeah, from just one trailer, we have confirmation of at least 50 characters being playable in Mario Kart World. And considering some of these crazy additions, I won't be surprised if a lot more characters get confirmed before June 5th. We might even get up to 100 characters. You never really know. But when it comes to the characters, it's not just about who's in and how many are in. For the first time in Mario Kart history, you can actually customize your character. Now, granted, it seems like you gotta eat something on the track to switch costumes, so it's still a mystery regarding the degree of control we'll have over character customization. But I think this is a much better alternative to having a bunch of separate cloned characters. We'll probably learn a lot more about the customization capabilities in the Mario Kart World Direct on April 17th, but regardless, this is such an incredible addition to the game, and as I said earlier, it makes the game full of personality. So yeah, I know that the character discussion isn't the most exciting topic to talk about, but I think we can all agree that this is by far the most exciting and engaging Mario Kart roster we've ever gotten. And we don't even know the limits to how many characters will be in the game, exactly who will make it in, and how customizable each character is. I definitely have less to talk about regarding the vehicles than I do the characters, but I still have some thoughts and predictions based on what we saw. I'll be honest, I don't really care for each individual vehicle, so if you want to check out a list of all the vehicles so far confirmed for this game, click the top link in the description. On this same page, you can also get all the facts you need surrounding what there is to be known about Mario Kart World. But I do want to talk about how it seems like kart customization won't be returning in this game, or at the very least, being able to change the wheels and glider that apply to each kart, bike, and ATV. This is backed up seeing as how Rosalina is driving a snowmobile here. I mean, how would you get the monster tires on a vehicle like this? It also seems like gliders are being replaced with vehicle transformations, with each vehicle getting plane wings after going off a glider ramp. So the diversity regarding your vehicle, tires, and glider customization isn't going to be the same as it was in Mario Kart 7 and 8. There might still be customization on a similar or even greater scale, but it won't be in the form of changing the exact exact parts of your vehicle. I personally think this is a fantastic change, especially if the customization lies in changing how the vehicles look. Every vehicle you see online will make sense, and I think it will make for a really nice looking meta once the meta is established as well. Additionally, we have yet to learn if Inside Drift will be returning or not. Now, me personally, I think it will. As for it being more like in Mario Kart Wii or 8 is a completely different story. But for what we know right now, if I'm right about this, I think the lack of kart part customization is actually a great addition. Or subtraction if you want to put it that way. I wasn't the biggest fan of that form of customization, and I much prefer being able to customize the cosmetics of what we're using, so I'm a big fan of this if this is right. We have a lot to talk about surrounding the tracks and the world map. Right out of the gate, when we look at the world map, we seemingly have a maximum of 29 tracks confirmed for this game. I know that may seem like a really weird number, but don't worry, it'll all make sense shortly. But as for what we definitely know, we have Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, DK Spaceport, Desert Hills from Mario Kart DS, Shy Guy Bazaar from Mario Kart 7, Wario Stadium from Mario Kart 64, Airship Fortress from Mario Kart DS, DK Pass from Mario Kart DS, Starview Peak, Sky High Sundae from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Wario Shipyard from Mario Kart 7, Koopa Troopa Beach from Mario Kart 64, Faraway Oasis, and Peach Stadium. These 15 tracks were all name dropped on this section of the Mario Kart World Showcase. And don't worry, I'm gonna break down why Crown City is in 2 cups shortly. As for the tracks that were soft confirmed, either through gameplay or music, we have Dino Dino Jungle from Mario Kart Double Dash, Moo Moo Meadows from Mario Kart Wii, Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii, and Super Mario Circuit, a fusion of every Mario circuit from Super Mario Kart. There were some other tracks showcased both in the gameplay and through the world map, but we don't know enough about those tracks to put any labels on them. What we can confirm is that the cups aren't going to be anything like we've seen in past entries. First and foremost, the Flower Cup is full of retro tracks. That's a first. And like I mentioned earlier, Crown City appears in 2 of the cups showcased in Grand Prix mode, but you won't be racing these 2 Crown Cities in the same way. You see how after completing Crown City in the Mushroom Cup that you travel southwest to make it to Whistle Stop Summit? Now compare that to Crown City in the Shell Cup where you travel northeast to make it to Peach Stadium. While Crown City may be the same track, the route you take will vary depending on the direction you have to take to make it to the next track. And I think that's awesome. This is also backed up by the fact that in Mario Bros. Circuit at the start of the trailer, Mario is driving in the exact opposite direction to where he's driving at the start of this race. And when segueing from Wario Stadium to Airship Fortress, we can see the characters gliding on an out-of-bounds section of the original Airship Fortress. So bringing it back to the distribution, what we can draw to is that the tracks aren't going to be sorted in the cups solely based on their theme, but rather how they connect with each other. But overall, 29 tracks is a very solid number to start with. And the interconnectivity of these tracks, combined with there being multiple variants of duplicate tracks, will make them really unique and is something I am very much looking forward to. Now let's talk about the current game modes we have confirmed so far. As I mentioned in the tracks component, the Grand Prix mode went from something expected to be basic to something newly special. Instead of there being a pause in between races, after you complete one track, you'll immediately segue into the next race. That's pretty self-explanatory, but a big question we can ask is, how will this impact online play? We can see from this minimap that the traditional 3-lap tracks aren't going anywhere. So maybe in an online setting, we'll have the choice between playing a Grand Prix where the races don't stop in between tracks, and the conventional online play where we can pick individual tracks and there's a pause in between races. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know what's even cooler though? Knockout Tour. From what I've been able to gather from the footage we got, a Knockout Tour is 6 tracks long, and after each track, the bottom 4 players are eliminated. Additionally, from this mini-map, it doesn't seem like we're going to be racing through every part of every track, but rather select components of every track so that the full race isn't that long. I think this will work really well for creating knockout races that don't last too long, but last long enough to make the win all the more satisfying. And if there's some sort of official online ranked mode, I think Knockout Tour would work so well for that. But that's a topic for a future video. Finally, we have Free Roam, which really brings the interconnectivity of these tracks together. I think this concept is amazing and makes for so much fun and creative opportunity. The first thing I thought of after the direct was the idea of hide and seek. I think that'd be super fun. I don't really have much else to talk about regarding Free Roam, but I think it's an incredible addition to the game and I'm looking forward to playing it. All around, these modes incorporate a whole lot of new, even in the Grand Prix mode. And this is the kind of stuff I live for, especially since I've been playing the same Mario Kart for over 11 years. Now let's talk about the items. Most of the items currently confirmed to be in the game are what you'd expect, so let's go through the list. As you can see here, we got the green shell, blooper, mushroom, feather, triple red shells, triple mushrooms, triple green shells, bullet bill, blue shell, boomerang, banana, coin block, ice flower, some sort of special Kamek item, super horn, star, mega mushroom, shock, coin, bomb, hammer, and fire flower. On top of these items, the red shell, triple bananas, and boo are also confirmed to return. And as much as I'd love to go without it, I can't imagine the golden mushroom being scrapped. I can dream though. But let's talk about some of the items that weren't in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. While that basis doesn't apply to the feather, that item was only in battle mode. This could explain why we've seen 2 trick animations in the footage, but considering we've seen this multiple times, I don't think that's just the feather. More on that later. I think the feather will work both as a protection item and a boost, where if you use it at the right time, you can jump over any item around you, namely red shells. I think that'd be pretty cool. We also have the coin block, which shoots out a bunch of coins and also gives you a coin for every hit. However, from what we can see here, the coins only shoot behind you, so there's opportunity for your opponents to grab some of the coins you shoot and increase their top speed. So it's not only beneficial for the player using the coin block. That'll make it a pretty interesting item. Next up is the ice flower. I can imagine this item working similarly to the fire flower, with the only difference being when you get hit, you'll freeze for a couple seconds. It'll probably be annoying, but hopefully not too much. Next is the hammer, and it's pretty self-explanatory. As we can see in the trailer, you throw a bunch of hammers forward. I can imagine it working like a slightly less powerful bomb. And finally, there's the Kamek item. We have no idea how this item will work. We can only speculate. I could see it maybe working like a random blue shell, where Kamek will lock onto a random player and spin them out, but the effect would probably work more like a banana than a blue shell. I don't really like this idea, so I hope I'm wrong about it, but I'm not currently sure how else it would work, so we'll have to wait and see. Additionally, we have confirmation on 2 things. Double items are making their return, and racers don't hold their items in their hand anymore. I think these implementations are great, especially the latter. Keeping your items hidden for as long as you want is going to bring back a lot of great strategy when it comes to item usage. And as much as double items are cool, I just hope it doesn't mean bagging will be as broken as it is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But considering Grand Prix are going to be one big race, I can't imagine bagging to be that overkill. Hopefully it's not the other way around and bagging is even more unbearable. I also can't imagine item swapping making it into the game, since that made more sense in Mario Kart Double Dash, but I'd be really happy if it did. But overall, I think these new items will be really great additions to the item system, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the items will make or break the Mario Kart World experience, especially in 24-player races. Finally, let's talk about the new techniques, mechanics, and other miscellaneous stuff I gathered from the footage. Let's start with the obvious, grinding. You can grind on rails and even walls. And as we can see, you even get a constant boost while grinding. I can already tell this is going to be a very integral part of pro gameplay in Mario Kart World, and I'm all for it. And as I mentioned earlier, it seems like we can perform multiple tricks after going off a ramp. So far, we've only seen 2 tricks be pulled off at once, but I think it'd be really cool if you get more of a boost upon landing if you get more tricks. It definitely increased the pace of this game, which is always a positive. As for this next thing, I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe you fulfill a task in the middle of the race that grants you access to taking advantage of an object like this truck? I don't know. It'd be pretty bad if anyone could use it, like if you're in first place. So I hope that's not the case. It also seems like upon tricking off a ramp, you can steer freely before landing. This was mostly absent in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I hated it. I love that we'll be able to steer away from landing on bananas or similar items upon landing. And one last thing, the coin collecting limit is not 10, but 20. So our top speed might be really fast. I'll be honest, I thought I had more to talk about on this topic, but that's it when it comes to tech worth talking about. I'm sure we'll get a lot more technical information in the Mario Kart World Direct, so April 17th can't come sooner. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think of Mario Kart World and what you think of everything I talked about in this video. This game is looking to be absolutely phenomenal. After 11 years of waiting, I've never been more excited for a video game in my entire life. So here's to Mario Kart World delivering on June 5th. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and keep on giving her, bud.